Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE fan 0599 here again. And today we're going to review episode 9 of The Walking Dead. And, sorry. So from now on, whenever a new episode of The Walking Dead comes on, I'm going to review it. So, yeah. Plus, warning. Spoilers ahead, because I'm going to be talking about most of the key points in this episode. So yeah, warning, spoilers. If you have not seen this episode, do not watch this review, because I'm going to be having some spoilers in this episode. In this review. So, yeah, but if you have seen the episode, stay tuned for the review, because it's going to be good. And, so yeah, I'm going to give you a 3-second get out, if you haven't seen the episode. So in 3, 2, 1, you leave? Okay. Now let's get the review started. So in the beginning of the episode, we see the prison. It's all destroyed. All walkers are coming in. We even see the governor's dead body there at the prison. Michonne's coming. She's killing a bunch of walkers. She sees. And she makes 2 more of those zombie pets that she, uses to get around, like, zombie hordes and stuff. And, we see, she finds Herschel's head, and it became a walker. And, and she had to, kill it. And, man, it was just sad for her, because it was her sword. Well, she didn't kill Herschel, but it was her sword that cut Herschel's head off. And yeah, and she gotta be like, the sword that killed Herschel, So yeah, and also we're seeing Rick and Carl. They're going on their own. They're looking for supplies, looking for a place to stay. And, trying to survive. And, Carl's trying to, be his own person, And we see that he is, like, trying to take down some walkers. Some of his plans in this episode failed, like, a lot. Like, trying to lead zombies into some farther distance. That failed, because there was a walker behind him. So, yeah, and, Carl goes into his house to find more supplies, and he does, but, walker's there, and, he's shooting all over the place because he didn't get his head, and, so yeah. Also, Michonne has a flashback in this episode, like, the flashback was, sorry, I gotta make that noise every time a flashback happens, but, Michonne was, like, looking back when she had a husband and her own child. And you know how in the beginning of the season, Michonne was crying when she held Judith? Well, this is what happened. That's why she cried, because she had her own child. And, she was sad because, she lost her child, she lost her husband because of the zombie apocalypse. And, so yeah. I thought that was cool little flashback there. And, also, we might think that, and, like, some parts, like Carl's trying to wake up Rick because he thinks he's dead because he's not waking up. And he's like, oh, you let us down, you let everybody die, well, they're not dead, but he said, you're letting Daryl, Glenn, Beth, Maggie, Tyrese, you're letting everybody die because of the whole, the whole thing with the governor taking down the prison. And he said, you just sat there and became a farmer while you're their leader. You should have been there for them. And I thought that was an intense scene, man. He's just like, I don't need you. But then later on in the episode, he realizes he needs him. So, the I don't need you, but I need you now cliche, like that. And we also see at the end of the episode that Rick is not dead. He was just, I guess, just a little bit passed out from. He was just a little bit, he was passing out because of the beating he took, you know. And at the end of the episode, Michonne, like during the episode, was finding these footprints, tracking down, and ends up she finds Rick and Carl, which is cool. And like at the end, she knocks on the door, and Rick said it's for you. He said to Carl. So yeah, really enjoyed this episode. Thought it was a good mid-season premiere episode. I cannot wait for next week's episode. Next week's episode is going to feature like Daryl, Glenn, Maggie, Beth, Tyrese. This episode only featured Rick, Carl, and Michonne, but I cannot wait for next week's episode. I'm not going to grade episodes. I will grade the entire season after the mid-season, not mid-season finale, the actual season finale. So yeah, what'd you guys think of this episode? Leave it in the comment section below. And I'm WWE Fan 0599, and we will see you all later. Peace.